Plump Goops Podcast.
Get a load of these hot takes at high stakes. Get a load of these hot takes at high stakes. Get a load of these hot takes at high stakes. Get a load of these hot takes at high stakes.
Howdy, folks, and welcome back to Hot Takes, High Stakes, the greatest podcast ever started in the state of Texas. Name one podcast that is better that has started in Texas. I'll give you 20 seconds.
Okay, yeah, I have about 30.
Okay, name one.
Lone Star Podcast.
That's
All
not a
things
thing.
Texas.
That's not a thing.
It's in my head. It's in my head. It's going to come out soon.
Oh, you're starting Lone Star Texas?
All things Texas.
Lone Star Podcast.
Oh, Lone Star
All things
Podcast.
Texas.
What's it
All
about?
things
All things
Texas.
Texas.
It's
All
just
things
about
All
Texas.
things
Texas?
Texas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what's your first
History.
episode going to be about?
I mean, probably Oklahoma. That's what.
Right, so your first episode of the All Things Texas podcast is about a different
Oklahoma.
state.
You got to create. The atmosphere. The surrounding states are
Yeah.
arguably more important than the state itself.
Okay, so how many, like, 4 states border Texas? 5?
Four.
Yeah, four.
So your first 4 episodes will have nothing to do with Texas.
It's a 4-parter. But yeah.
So wait, is it 4 episodes or is it like episode 1 part 2, episode 1 part 3, episode 1 part 4?
They're called chapters, but it's going to be part 1, Oklahoma, episode 1, part 2.
Okay.
We have to establish the Gulf
Oh,
because the Gulf is its own whole thing.
okay.
What about Mexico then?
Mexico, we're not mentioning Mexico at all.
Oh.
I mean, that sounded kind of bad, but we just don't have the time.
You don't have the time, but you're spending the first.
I don't
4
really think it's a
episodes?
significant part of Texas history.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a hot take.
That kind of brings us to the theme of this episode, which is we've come into this episode really not having takes. None of us have a take prepared, and we thought that this whole episode we could come up with 3 different takes that would take up a normal episode.
I can start us off with one.
Okay.
So before we started recording, for the listeners, we were talking about LinkedIn, just getting connections, and it just dawned on me the idea that job interviews should be blind, every single one of them, as in like no resume, no background information.
Whoa.
You just walk in.
What? I think you would get so many scammers.
Absolutely.
I could just walk into an interview and be like, yeah, I have like 30 years of experience in law.
I'd argue that half the industry are scammers, and like the industry, right?
What is the
So-
industry? I think it's
The law
you.
industry.
It's you who always just uses like the term "the industry" and
No.
wants
Okay,
it
so-
about.
So from my perspective, a good amount of the industry doesn't actually do anything. It's just a bunch of people going around doing nothing, right? It's just like you go to work, you get nothing significant accomplished, and then you go home.
What's
So
the
I'd
industry?
argue
What is
That
it?
the number one important skill that you could have are people skills, right? And so a blind
Disagree.
interview.
No,
Disagree.
not true.
Disagree. If you're a pilot and you can't fly a plane, but you have great people skills, but you're still
the
gonna
thing
have
is, like,
killed a
so
million people.
there will still be like a natural. Also, there will be a natural selection towards like jobs you're inclined towards, right? So it's like,
Well, it's not like you can't, the interviewer can't ask questions about the job.
yeah,
I guess.
yeah. It's like also it's just like
If you're good at scamming it, you'd be good at it.
But then you
Yeah.
could study. You could like study. I could study for a pilot's exam, and then it'd be like high school, study and dump.
I'd argue that that's jobs. And then once you're in the job, you learn. It's like on-job experience. I'd
That's
argue,
true.
I'd assert that a lot of jobs you learn from the actual job. Like your previous experience plays a minimal part in your.
And it's not like you're gonna fly the plane first day.
Yeah, true. Okay, so this is, I actually like this now because it really does, like, there is a gap in opportunity in terms of like who can have experience in things, you know?
Yeah.
However,
Yeah.
I think it locks you. I feel like it locks you into a job that you don't necessarily even want.
Who says you can find whatever job you want, right?
But you think you want it. If I go into a job with no experience for the job and I'm like, oh, I'll learn on the job, then I could like not like something at all.
I think that's besides the point, though.
But you can quit whenever you want. It doesn't. You can get fired on purpose, and it wouldn't matter because you're not gonna have any record of you being fired.
True.
No past experiences matter.
No
Here's my
references.
thing. What happened to apprenticeships? I think everything should be an apprenticeship.
Like a Jedi and apprentice kind of thing.
Yeah.
No, like a blacksmith apprentice.
Yeah, but like that, I guess
Same thing.
a Jedi apprentice is a type of apprentice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What job would that not benefit? One master.
One master and one apprentice. Can we change the names, the titles?
Sure.
Maybe.
I don't
Maybe.
I don't know. My daddy.
No. That's already taken for another job title.
If you think about it, though, like it'd just be like a daddy. It'd be like, this is my daddy.
What if it's female?
It doesn't matter. It's like master.
So daddy's gender neutral now?
I think it can be, yeah. Like there's if we're talking about podcasts, this podcast wasn't started in Texas, but there's a very popular podcast called Call Her Daddy, and it's about women being called daddy.
Call her Addy?
Call her dad. Yeah, no, Sam, it's called Call Her Addy.
Okay.
I don't know. I think daddy can be a non-gender exclusive name.
So what's the new name for the apprentice?
Is that your hot take?
Baby.
Daddy and baby.
Yeah.
I'm about to enter a baby ship.
Yes. I'm about to be a baby. I'm about to have a daddy. Have you guys are you guys on public Instagram profiles?
Are we public?
Yeah.
I'm public.
Have you ever gotten a sugar mama request?
Oh yeah.
You have?
Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Like
Sugar
the bots.
mama?
Yeah.
Well, not like legit ones.
I got
just
bots, but not a sugar mama.
Well, you've never had anyone who slid in and was like, here, I'll read you what she said. Sam, you can tell me if this is what you got too.
Okay. I just delete them.
Yeah, I did.
Oh man, I might have deleted it. Oh no, here it is. Hello, sweetheart. I find your profile attractive. I know you would be a good chatmate to help me with my depression, or perhaps be my sugar baby.
Sugar baby.
Sugar baby.
Oh, because she's a sugar mama.
She's a sugar mama.
So that means she pays you, right?
Yeah.
For company.
That's
For conversation, chats. But no, I don't think she pays me. I think she buys me things.
Even better.
I'd rather get paid cold hard cash.
What do you think the success rate is of male sugar daddies rather than female sugar daddies? What do you think the success rate is?
5%. You mean like in terms of asking?
In terms of what they want to happen.
Oh,
Whatever their
like real ones? Like
I think all of them.
I think close to 0.
I saw a TikTok the other day where it was like how it started versus how it's going.
Yeah.
And she showed a picture of a screenshot of the sugar daddy message, and then
I'm scared.
And was like, this guy's kind of old and creepy, but I should try it. A message that she sent to her friend, and then in the next shot, she was holding a baby, and she had a baby with the sugar daddy.
Those are fake, Woolsey. There's a classic filter where girls like they'll take pictures of their boyfriends and be like love has no age or something like that, and it makes them look really old, but it's just their boyfriend.
Oh man,
It has.
This is
I
why
got played.
I hate
It's a trend.
TikTok.
It's a classic trend.
I have some messages to delete.
Yeah. Like I was thinking, should I? And she might be a bot for all I know. Her name is Bait Joanna. BAIT Joanna.
Huh.
So, I don't know.
Sounds pretty legit to me.
Yeah. I don't know.
Was that accidentally like some code in the?
Dude, I don't know. It seems like if it was a bot, then why would you name your bot Bait?
Is that like the last name though? Like, you know how like I think
Oh,
some usernames are like last name, first name, you know?
yeah, maybe.
So it could be like Joanna Bate is her name.
Maybe I should
No.
look up like here. I don't know if you can. I don't want to show her face because I don't know.
It's
I
not
don't,
actually her face.
I don't want to dox this.
I know, but it's some poor other like
Yeah, that's true.
stolen like identity.
Okay, yeah, no, it's definitely it's definitely a scam because she's followed by someone that I also follow. Someone I know. I think. So she's probably just going through her. Do you want to hear her bio?
Yeah.
I'm a loyal sugar mommy. I need loyal sugar babies to spend my money on. Don't send me a message if you're a scam. This is her bio.
Wow.
She has 145 followers and 24 following.
Oh, that's not that big actually for a bot.
I know.
I think you should spring on it.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Should I be like, what are let's talk terms. Let's talk numbers.
One phone call a week for a $50 gift.
Could I stack up? So could I do like 3 phone calls, no gifts, and then $150 gift?
Sure, why not?
Okay. By the way, if you're hearing background noise, it's because Sam is outside. They're just people talking. This is kind of the
Consider
ambiance
ambiance.
episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Woolsey's by
I
a
have fire
fire.
crackling.
Yeah. Well, it's a gas fire, right?
It's a fire.
Do gas fires still crackle?
No.
No. Because it's the water leaving the wood is what crackles.
That's crazy. That's so
Fact.
cool.
Interesting. Give us
I
another
love that
science
sound.
fact.
About what? Give me a
About
topic.
The world.
I have too many in my head. About the world. You're heavier at the North Pole than you are at the equator.
Why is that? Because the Earth's oblong?
Because technically, yeah. But also, you're spinning at the equator. So there's the centripetal forces. And no, that's wrong. But there's forces that want to... so the Earth's trying to fling you off, right?
Yeah.
At the equator. Because it's spinning.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're at the North Pole, you're not spinning.
Mm.
When you trip, is that the Earth finally succeeding in its goal of throwing you off?
No, because you're falling towards the Earth.
The Earth wants to fling you away.
Yeah. It's like a hammer throw in the Olympics, where the Earth is the human being, and then the hammer is us.
Right.
It's like throwing.
It's just like throwing a baseball.
It's like throwing something.
But you know, you like spin around for the hammer throw.
Right, true.
Okay. Yeah.
I guess. Wait, so I think this episode we're just gonna throw some takes at the wall, and we'll have 3 official ones at the end. So Sam,
Okay.
your take was LinkedIn. What was your take? I don't remember.
No, all interviews blind, completely blind.
I like it. I'm trying to think. Do we have like the way I typically think of my takes is like I'm typically doing something. I'm like, what can make this better, or what do I think about this?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of anything now. I think last night I was thinking about like driving, anything that has to do with driving. Do we have any driving takes?
I have a small driving take. I don't think it's very good, but I never take left turns that aren't. I might have said this on the show. I've never take left turns that aren't protected.
Wait, so if it's just a green light, and you're just gonna. What are you gonna do?
No. I guess I meant not in an intersection.
What
I know what you mean.
Because it
So
has
you're
to be 2 lanes. It has to be like 2 lanes.
So what? You'll go up and U-turn instead, and then take a right?
I take a right and then I U-turn back onto the street that I was just trying to take a left.
So like you're on a small road trying to get on a big road.
Yes,
And there's
I
no
don't want to
protected left
cross.
turn.
I don't want to cross 2 lanes of traffic going like this.
see.
So I'll just take a right and do a U-turn.
I've done that before.
Yeah.
Because it's stressful. It's really stressful.
Flaming take right there. But it makes me so mad, and I just have to wait forever.
I think it makes sense. Okay, it's not as bad as I thought you were gonna say it was. I thought you were gonna you planned routes that only take you on on streets that give you a protected green arrow.
That would be insane.
Yeah,
that would be crazy. Left turns are so dangerous, though. It's crazy.
Dude, I was driving in LA when I was there earlier this year, and there are basically zero protected left turns in Hollywood.
Really?
Yeah, it's so heinously awful.
I think my brother lives in the Bay, and he said it's the opposite. There's almost no turns where you're allowed to turn when it's unprotected.
Really?
Yeah, it's like either green arrow or red light.
Yeah. Well, the Bay has better traffic than LA does. LA traffic is so awful.
Yeah.
I was stuck at a turn that you were talking about, Woolsey, where you have to cross 2 lanes. I was stuck at a stop sign trying to turn on to Sunset Boulevard. I was stuck at a stop sign for 15 minutes.
Should have just right turned
taken
and
a right.
U-turn.
Right turn, U-turn.
It's just as hard to take a right. Honestly.
Should have just moved out of LA.
I did. That's what I did. I am no longer in LA. But even if I am, I'm not driving in Hollywood if I can avoid it.
Yeah, you're hiring a driver for yourself.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No. I'm
Okay.
driving.
I would say, Woolsey, that's like a getting cold take. That's reasonable.
Yeah.
It's a reasonable thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just on subject. I just threw it out there. Sam, what headphones are those?
Bose QC35-2.
Ah. These are Bose Sound Links.
Oh. How do you like them?
I love them. I have 2 pairs because one is the pair that I use for working out, and the other is for anything else. And the ones that I use for working out are torn apart and smell terrible.
Yeah.
And these ones are my good ones.
These? Oh, you asked about these? These are really old broken Beats that I taped it together here so that it doesn't fall apart, and then the wires are exposed right here.
Beats really fell off.
Yeah, it's because Dr. Dre died.
Did he
I
really?
remember when that happened.
Yeah, dude, he's dead.
Lost in the shuffle.
I have another take related to that if anyone wants to adopt it.
Sure.
I'll defend it with my life, no matter what it is.
Every product should be modular.
What does that mean?
As in, something breaks, you replace it. So, let's say Cameron's headphones. It's modular, each can, and then the headband, and then the wire, right? It's
Okay.
you should be able to individually buy each part.
I think
and then just connect it back together.
I think what you're talking about there is it seems like there would be no brands. It almost seems like socialism, because it would be it'd be different companies. Well, I guess maybe not socialism, but just capitalism in a different way. That every company makes all of the the head parts for headphones. And then the next company makes the ear parts. Then the next company makes the poofy parts that you put on your ears, the ear cushions. And then you can take your headphones back in to get service on the cushions from the cushion company.
Yes and no. I meant that the Beats company or every company should sell their product in a way that it's modular and parts are replaceable. You go to the car shop and it's oh, I want to replace my seat because my seat broke. And then they're oh, we have an extra car seat because it's modular. Instead of having to buy a whole new car.
But they'll never do it, Sam. It'll never,
No.
ever happen. Because if something breaks in your Beats headphones, you got to get a whole new headphone. You got to get a whole new set, and that's how they make their money.
Down with the system.
Yeah, well,
The industry.
so your take is down with the industry. The only thing that Sam thinks holds society together, the industry.
I'm serious. The industry needs to go.
What is the industry, Sam? I ask you every week, what's the industry? And you never answer. You just keep talking.
The industry is just what sets the standard. Like the industry standard. It's just what determines.
There's so many different industries, though. It's like you think that there's one big industry.
Industry is more of like a concept rather than like a set, you know? It's more metaphysical, if you would ask me. It's like a...
Like society?
No. Well, industry is a part of society. Like the industry is part of society.
What are you saying? Comment on this YouTube video if you understand what Sam's saying right now.
I'm looking around my room for a take. That's what I'm doing.
Sam, I think that take was colder just because it'll never, ever happen.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't that make it hotter?
As long as we're held in a capitalist system. No, I don't, because your take is it should happen, right?
Yeah.
I think that's
not
cool.
that it will.
I don't think that's unpopular. I bet like a hardcore capitalist would tell you no, but because costs of labor and distribution and stuff.
I guess so.
Okay. My take is that there should be, and I thought of this while listening to a popular Beatles song. If you want to guess.
You thought Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club.
Penny Lane.
8 days a week.
Okay,
There
why?
should be 8 days in a week
Why?
because it's even.
Mm-hmm.
There should be 50 weeks in a year,
Okay.
and there should be 400 days in a year, and there should be 8 days a week. And fuck the sun. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
The
Why?
seasons, because global warming is happening, the seasons are getting changed anyways.
Yeah.
And not every year needs to look the exact same. Add some variety.
So you could say like every 10 years is a 100-day year or something?
Sure, whatever. If we want to get back on track, if we decide to go down that route, fine. But for now, 8 days a week, 50 weeks a year. The work week is the same, but we now have 3-day weekends.
Sounds like you just want 3-day weekends.
Yeah.
But no. That's not the only reason. Have you ever tried to make a schedule where you want to do something every other day?
Mm-hmm.
It is so frustrating because then you have to do 3 1 week, 4 the other week, and it just makes no sense.
Like A-Day, B-Days.
Yes, it's awful.
But with life,
Yeah,
I would
like,
say that
like
that's-
going to the gym or something.
Yeah.
You're like, I want to go every other day.
but then it would be
I
like
think
Monday,
it is.
Wednesday, Friday, Sunday,
Yeah,
Tuesday,
yeah,
Thursday, Saturday, Monday.
Yeah.
and it throws you off. I don't think we should change the amount of days in a year because there is a logical explanation for that. However, I do think that weeks can be restructured. I don't see any reason why we can't restructure weeks because weeks have nothing to do with months. If you think about it, like there's no set amount of weeks
That's
in a
true.
month. I think that we could keep 12 months and just change the definition of a week. And nothing would change. Nothing.
We could
would
have
change.
like 1 5-day week a year, and that would still be 365.
But Sam, the amount of week, like there doesn't have to be 52 weeks in a year.
I know.
There could be like 36 and a half, and like nothing would change.
You could do 45 weeks and then 1 5-day week
But why do we need the 5-day week?
to make it 365.
But it's not even
with
365.
8
It's like
days, you're saying?
365.25, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, we could still count a leap year. But, okay, my argument against your 8-day week is that irregularity is the spice of life, I would say.
That's the spice
Right?
of life.
Like, what if every Tuesday was the 12th? That'd be so boring, right? Like, what if your birthday for your entire life was on a Monday.
That's true. That would blow. But I think we could think of a system, Sam, that would still keep the spice of life. I think you're the one that's trying to make it always the same with your 5-day week.
I think it's cool not knowing what day of the week the 19th will be.
I agree. That's why I think like if we made it like 10-day weeks, then you could have like it doesn't matter.
10-day week is so long.
That's
so
too long.
But I think a 10-day week would be cool because you could have 3 days of work, weekend, 2 days of work, weekend. No, it doesn't work.
Wait.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to optimize the week here.
You can't call it a weekend if it's in the middle of the week.
Right. Okay. Then break. Then I don't know what would we change it to? Week break.
Modular, if you would, a modular week.
No, I've been
Hump break.
Yeah, hump break.
Hump break. Rolls off the tongue well.
Like I've been using certain days of the week, like Wednesdays. I've been using like that's the day I don't wake up early, and it's nice to have like that one day in the middle of the week where you feel like it's kind of a break. And I think that we could introduce a midweek break. Like it would be. I think if we're going with your 8-day idea, you could do Monday, Tuesday.
I don't think the industry works this way though. The industry never stops on weekends.
The industry can be changed because the industry doesn't even exist.
Like you have a luxury of being able to wake up late on like a day, right? But then not everyone who works,
right,
has.
But society can decide. Like
I'm saying
society's just like a few days a year.
Yeah,
the industry doesn't
because
stop.
we choose.
Sam, the way that we're changing the industry here, we're just like we're adding a week. Like people are still working the same amount of days. We're just adding a week, like a break day. It could even be a half day in the middle of the week. So it'd be like Monday, Tuesday, and then you get break day. That's what we'll call it, break day. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then Monday, Tuesday, break day. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I just had another idea.
What's your idea? Okay.
You know how the Senate rotates?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's not really like the Senate. Okay. 2/3 of the population works at a time.
Ooh.
During certain times of the week.
Ah.
It's rotating. So there's always, and this is actually going to help capitalism because there's going to be more people not working, and going
spending.
out and spending.
But it's also going to suck for like, that means like, say we all wanted to hang out sometime during the week. You know what I mean? Like the three of us. But always, and it doesn't matter, one of us would be working each day.
Well, I mean, that happens anyway. And it doesn't have to be the same, like, rotation. It could be like, for the month of October, this is the rotation.
It's like shift work.
So they change. So you get your schedule at the beginning of each month.
So it's like
for the 40 days of October under this.
Yeah, right.
So it'll be like you'll work Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 3 p.m. to midnight for this month. And then that'll be your shift. Like, that was just an example I pulled.
Yeah.
Here's a take, and it has to do with wine glasses.
Okay.
The take is that it's obscene that Sam hasn't bought us wine glasses yet.
Okay, why is that?
Huh? Well, because we asked such a long time ago, and you still haven't bought any.
Is that a hot take, though?
No, it's very cold, actually.
Okay.
It's just a take. And then we'll get back to Woolsey's take.
I have wine plastics. I don't have wine glasses.
Right, and that's Sam's fault.
It is Sam's fault.
Yeah.
I'm drinking out of... If I dropped it, it wouldn't matter. It'd bounce right back up to the same height.
And that's not how it should be.
No.
Okay. I'll make a note of it. I'll put it in my GCal.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
For when? For what's the date?
I'll put it as like a constant event, so it's like on like the top bar, and it's just
every
day.
day.
You'll just get used to it. You'll just get used to it.
It doesn't work. Like I tried to, I did that with one. No, I didn't do that with 1 second a day. But like I've been doing 1 second a day for this whole year, and I made it so that it always alerts me at a certain time each day. But I've just tuned it out now. Like I know that it's going to come and it alerts me, and I'm like, okay, I'll get to this later, and then.
Yeah, your time on Instagram is up for the day. Click. I don't even read it anymore. It's like, oh, get out of my way. I'm going back to Instagram.
Right.
Like, buy these wine glasses. Just like, nope. Yeah, it'll happen one day, I think.
It needs to remind you when it knows you're going to the store.
Oh, that's a cool app idea. Is like, well, it happens
Location-based
actually.
reminders.
Yeah.
I think it's a
It
less,
does happen. It does happen.
It's more of a logistical barrier for me than a.
Yeah, how do you figure?
Actually, I'd say the first barrier is like willpower,
Right.
and then the second barrier is logistics.
I think that could. So let's go through all the barriers, Sam.
Okay.
So the first one is willpower, and I think that you can apply this to almost any task. So like the first barrier is willpower, right?
Yeah.
In that, like, oh, this is going to be too much work. I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
The second barrier is logistics, which is like, I don't know how I'm going to get it to people who don't live anywhere near me.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the third barrier? Principle?
Yeah, I don't believe in gift giving.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And then the fourth barrier.
You wouldn't make a good
monetary.
sugar daddy.
No, you would be a bad sugar. Wait, what's the fourth barrier?
Monetary barriers.
Mm.
Like if I'm gonna shell out on wine glasses,
Yeah.
then
I mean,
yeah.
we've sent you plenty of Amazon links that are like $12 for 12 wine glasses.
Shipping is really easy.
Yeah.
What if I don't want to feed? It's a system of principle. You know, I don't want to feed into the fast shopping. You know, I want all these wine glasses to be Baroque.
Baroque?
No,
is that
the word?
Baroque? Baroque?
Yeah. Oh no, bespoke. Bespoke.
Oh,
That's the word.
bespoke, not Baroque.
Wait, okay. So
This wine glass was sipped upon by J.S. Bottoms.
So Sam, here you go. I'm going to give you a solution that bypasses all of your issues, okay?
Yeah.
Number 1, willpower. I'll send you the link to buy these wine glasses.
Okay.
Number 2, logistics. Thanksgiving's coming up. We're all going to be in the same area.
It's true.
Okay.
Number 3. What was number 3? Principle?
The number 3,
Yeah.
principle.
And what's your principal problem here? That you don't believe in gift giving?
Okay, that one wasn't true.
Okay, so but also it's not a gift because we asked for it.
It's an obligation.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the top 3, and then monetary it'll be like $12. Can you like just chalk like you're gonna be you're gonna be a doctor. So
It's an investment in my future.
no, it's just like you'll make up the money someday.
It is an investment because I'll never go to your practice if you don't. give me
Right.
a wine glass.
Okay. Okay.
Also, you
You
probably
need to cure my liver.
You probably shouldn't go to his practice anyway. Isn't that like kind of frowned upon
Conflict
in the
of
medical profession?
interest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's like if you mess up, then it's like
Yeah, like my
Oh,
dad
true.
would never
yeah.
like see any of us in his office.
Yeah.
Ah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Sound good?
I'll get back to you on that one then.
So you'll get back to me on it.
It's not relevant to me like right now, right at this moment. So I'll get back to you.
Huh. Okay. There is a classic tweet. Well, I think Woolsey, you tweeted it of like, this is like what you think guys talk about in group text versus what they actually talk about.
That tweet did shockingly well.
It's really funny.
I hadn't tweeted in years, and no one I had lost tons of followers from people just clearing out their account from high school. I had a tweet that had over 2 likes in maybe like 2 years at least, and then that one got almost 40 likes, I think.
You hadn't twat.
Yeah, I hadn't twat.
You hadn't twat in almost 2 years.
Okay.
I thought I twat. from a cot,
Yeah.
but I did not.
Okay.
Oh.
just like a bed, you mean?
Yeah, bed is probably a better word.
Okay.
I thought I twat from my bed, but I did not.
You're right. It kind of loses its power, I guess, when it doesn't rhyme. Okay, wait. Here's one last take that we can try to squeeze. That we can try to come up with. I want to create one. And I want it to be about cookies.
Okay.
Do we have any cookie takes?
Raisins are good. Cookies. That's a pretty common. It's
basic.
It's basic. It's
It's the first thing
upon.
you think about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's try to think of something like crazy, like revolutionary in the cookie game.
Cookies isn't baking.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
I kind of
It's
agree
really
with
not.
that.
It's a pancake, really.
Yeah.
So you could pan fry a cookie. Like take cookie dough instead of baking it. You like pan fry it.
Try it. Have you done it?
No, I could.
You should try it. I wonder
I
what
could
would
like
happen.
throw it in an air fryer too.
I think
See
it
what
would
happens.
it would be too crispy around the edges and raw in the middle.
Is that a bad thing?
Yes, it'll be raw in the middle.
Yeah, the inside wouldn't be cooked. I mean, that's
But
normally how I
raw
like my
cookie dough.
cookies.
Raw cookie dough. It's a thing.
Yeah, but
It's like like those those chocolate lava cakes.
yeah,
It's like that, but like a cookie.
right. But
It's
the
why
chocolate
it's not baking. Even if you mess up, it tastes delicious.
Yeah.
There's no
That's
stage,
debatable. That's really debatable.
I mean, if you burn the shit out of it, like people will still eat that.
True. Well, okay, so you're saying like in terms of like just the cookie dough that you buy at the store and you put in the oven. Like you're not talking about like making your own dough, your own cookie dough.
Yeah, I guess so. I was thinking about the pre-pot.
Because you can make
What about
you can make some
cake mix?
shitty cookie dough. Yeah, cake mixes. No, but that's still there's more steps. Cookie dough, like you literally just like take out a square and you put it on a tray and then put it in the oven.
You like eat 4 or 5 of those little
Yeah.
squares, and then you're not even hungry anymore.
So we're saying
Yeah.
cookies are still baked goods, but they're not baking.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like, I made cookies. It's like, well, like,
Yeah.
did you make the cookies?
It's like the equivalent of like saying I made ramen.
It is putting something in the microwave. Is that
Yeah,
is
yeah.
that cooking?
Yeah, it's like I made a TV dinner. It's like I cooked dinner. It's like,
Right.
well,
It's kind of give me flashbacks to our conversation with Ronick about baking and what is baking and what
Yeah,
isn't
yeah.
baking.
He was really he crossed the line.
I think he crossed the line. I think he did. Okay, so wait.
I mean,
Yeah, what?
It's not that hot of a take to say that that just the pre-bought packages aren't.
But it's new.
Yeah, that's true. No one's as angry about it as me, I guess.
you'd offend a lot of people by that, I think.
I think so.
I'll
Like
bring
a
it
lot.
up next time someone's like, I'm gonna bake some cookies.
Yeah.
It's like, well,
No, the oven will bake the cookies.
Yeah.
You're not doing anything.
So what are our 3 takes that we got out of this? Our first take was that all interviews should be blind. Our second take was that
what was
8
yours,
days a week.
Cameron?
I kind of like
Oh.
brought up the cookie idea, but then
Oh, the 8 days a week thing.
that was Woolsey's. These are good takes. Cookies aren't baking. All interviews should be blind, and there should be 8 days in a week.
Rather convoluted path to get where we are right now, though.
Yeah.
But
I think no matter what, we all get 0.3
hottest.
takes. Yeah.
Okay.
We get a third of a hottest take.
Cameron gets nothing. I have 2 takes.
I was the seed for the cookie idea. Fine. Okay, if it's the cookie
You
idea,
were the dough. I was the oven.
I guided. So if it were not for me, Sam would not have thought of LinkedIn. Yes or no, Sam?
Yeah.
What? I don't know how did we start talking about the? Oh, you came up with that one yourself, Woolsey. The 8 days in a week,
Yeah, with the Beatles.
and then that cookies aren't baking. But how did you think of the Beatles?
I was
Not you.
at my job. At my job, I'm only allowed to listen to things that are on the iPod that are kid friendly, and there's a lot of Beatles on there, so that's mostly what I go towards while I'm cleaning and stuff.
Okay, and then I planted the seed for the cookie idea. So I think I get seed points. I get like, if it's either of those ideas, I get I get a third.
So we're back to we all get a third.
But if it's the Beatles one, then Woolsey gets. I don't care. Woolsey gets the whole. Okay, are we ready to vote?
For hottest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so we'll vote for. We'll just assign the cookie one to me.
Okay.
We'll assign the 8 days a week to Woolsey, and we'll assign the LinkedIn to Sam.
I'm fine with that.
And we'll vote me, Sam, Woolsey. Yeah.
Okay.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Sam.
Woolsey.
Cameron. I really did think of that before.
This has never happened before, so we all get a third. Let's just give all of us a third of a take.
Sure.
And then which one should we say is the hottest? They're all, right?
Yeah.
Today's a bonus special edition episode.
Yeah, there are 3 hottest takes.
It's a 3-way tie.
From start to finish. Really.
Who had the least coldest takes? Probably
You?
Cameron.
The least coldest? What do you mean?
In terms of quantity?
I think I threw out a lot of cold takes today as well.
Oh.
I was just throwing stuff out.
Yeah.
I guess that doesn't really matter.
No. I think we'll just say that on the list I'll put all of the takes for the day.
Great.
Okay. So yeah. I guess we can start wrapping up. So the day this episode comes out will be the day after election night.
Oh my god.
Talking
about cookies.
Yeah, true.
The whole nation.
Wait, whoa, there he went. He's gone.
He was like, I'm out of this.
Either way the election goes, and I don't think it'll be decided by the time this podcast is out. Just because of how long it's going to take to count. Oh, here he's coming. You're back.
So my laptop died, and then I went to pick up my phone to rejoin the Zoom meeting, and as I was joining, my phone died. And then I had to find my laptop charger.
Classic. Okay. Well, we had just restarted the outro. So I was saying that I don't think that the election will be decided yet. Because of how long it's going to take the mail-in votes. So consider this maybe a de-stressor if you enjoyed. And also, I guess just like a reminder of either way the election goes, depending on how you feel, just like talk to people and try to keep your cool.
That's true.
That's all I have to say about that. I know I feel a certain way, and I feel strongly a certain way, but I don't think that it's productive to yell at people about it.
What percentage would it have to be at for the mail-in votes to not even matter?
If Biden is winning, I made a list. So these are the states that Biden needs to. If Biden wins these states, which he's already like pretty favored in, he wins. Michigan, Minnesota, Nevada, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania. If he wins those 5, then he wins. There's also Nebraska, Arizona, Florida, North Carolina, Maine, and Georgia that he's not as favored to win in. But if he wins those, then like he's still favored to win them. You know.
Texas could flip.
Texas could flip, but it's less likely than all of them.
You say that every time, though, lately, it feels like.
But this year still. But if he's winning, because Democrats are more likely to be voting by mail, and if he's winning Michigan, Minnesota, Nevada, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania,
then it's just like
the night of election night. Like it's not going to be like for sure decided, but like it will be like okay. Because the chances are that Trump will be leading those states until they start reading the mail-in ballots.
We'll be up 3-1 if that's the case.
And then we're going to blow the lead.
We'll blow a 3-1
Right.
lead.
Yeah. God, thank God Doc Rivers isn't running for Democrat. All right. So that's all we have to say about that. Subscribe to MountainMenVids. So David came up with this really great video idea where there goes Sam. All right, we're gonna finish. But David came up with a really good video idea where he dresses up like a detective on Halloween and walks around to like different apartments in his apartment building and knocks on the doors and is like, "There's a mystery," and we want to make it so like each apartment is in on it. Like one person in each apartment is in on it, and he's like, "Have you seen this person all day?" And they've been missing for the whole day. And he'll be like, "People are going missing."
Whoa!
I think that would be cool. But we do have a lot of video ideas in the works for MountainMenVids.
Yeah,
and
we can absolutely use my apartment in Denton if we need.
Sure, that would be fun. And also, so we have the collective marathon that we want to do. And Sam's coming back. This has been great. What's going on? What's happening?
So apparently my laptop died too.
Guys, you got to connect to a charger.
It's a long time.
Sam, we're finally wrapping up. I was saying we have many video ideas on MountainMenVids coming up. We have Mountain Men Games just started a new series where we watch Pokemon. So go subscribe to Mountain Men Games. Go to plumpgoose.co if you want to see the hottest takes list and the leaderboard, which we all now have a third.
Great.
I think I might have pulled into the lead, into the overall lead with.
That's why you push that narrative. You just.
Yeah.
I mean, what's your win percentage? Because
it's bad.
You're on every pod, so you're bound to get some.
My win percentage is not good, but at the end of the day, we need res to create the advanced stats.
You're LeBron, not MJ.
Right. And then I don't know. I don't think there's anything else. Thoughts on our new format, or the format that we tried today?
I thought it was Natchy.
You thought it was Natch?
I thought it was Natch.
Thoughts, Sam?
I think giving topics like the cookie one was good. I think if it's just completely open in the air, it's like asking Sam a fun fact. Like, he doesn't have a fun fact pull it out of his ass, like ready. It needs to be about something. So maybe like a wheel or something.
Ooh.
I think a little more structured. Yeah, a wheel would be a cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very structured, but I am like worried about my ability to come up with a new take like every single week.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's all we have to say. Cool. Everyone, you have to what?
I have to go charge my laptop.
Yep. Everyone give an outro at the same time on 3. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Bye-bye.
Go vote.
Go vote. Well, it'll by now it's too late. But by the time this comes out, it's too late. But hopefully you voted. Last week was our vote episode. So
okay.
Hopefully you voted because of last week's episode. I don't know.
Plump Goose Podcast.